King Alcohol has many forms by which he catches men. He is a beast of many horns, and ever thus has been.
For there's rum,
And gin,
and beer, and wine,
and brandy of logwood hue,
and hawk,
and port,
and flip, combined
to make a man look blue.
He says be merry,
For his good sherry,
Yeah.
and
Tom and Jerry.
So
Yeah.
we're back.
Hey,
we're
what's
back.
happening?
So we're gonna pre-apologize. We don't know what's about to happen, but strap in,
Strap in, strap on.
strap in, strap on.
You know,
The
that's
clapper.
what happens. That's what happens on those.
You never want to get those two confused.
No. Well, Brandon doesn't
There's
ever
a
get.
slight difference.
All right.
Only Brandon knows though. He knows the difference. So, what are you doing?
Well,
We're showing stuff on the radio.
a minute ago it said Pennsylvania. Now it says Michigan again. I thought it was from Michigan. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Interesting.
We'll figure it out.
So, another home show.
Another home show.
Got to
We're
making
at
up,
the
making up.
professor's house.
Yeah, making over at my house, eating food, drinking beer,
Drinking
making
beer.
up for some lost shows and screwed up equipment last time. You know, but hey,
Yep.
it's getting to be that holiday season. We got to get a few shows out because we all got to go do family things and all that.
We got turkey coming up.
Turkey coming up. I was just talking about a buddy of mine's making White Castle stuffing,
Yeah.
which I really want to try, but I don't want to, but I feel like that's one you just gotta try on your own and not be near anybody for the next 2 days.
I don't want to be
Is
anywhere
there-
around
it's
you when
not
you
something
try
you
it.
bring to the family get together because
the gases that are gonna be
is it?
eking out of,
well,
See,
that's going to make for a bad euchre game later
See,
on.
I don't know
yeah.
about your family, but there's some shit in my family, and that's something I would bring.
just to
Just to hey, remember me?
yeah. You're gonna you know how many cans of it? It comes with a can of Febreze.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
your house is
I'll put a bow on that shit.
Your house become
know?
everybody's wearing a gas mask on the day out
Exactly.
like 8 hours later.
Exactly. Make sure you get together on Christmas Eve so the rest of the family that didn't make it that day can enjoy the White Castle stuffing.
And I don't know, this show might come out after Thanksgiving. I mean, I'm going to
yeah.
Texas, hang out with the family. You going anywhere? Hunter?
No, actually, everybody's coming to me this
Everybody's
year,
coming-
which is
Really?
really
Nice.
cool. Yeah,
Nice.
that's a first actually.
Yeah, no traveling.
awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Jeremy?
I am going to Hagerstown, Indiana, so I'm
the hell
looking
is that
forward
at?
to that. Right, where?
Where
It's okay. So it's Hagerstown is like right halfway between Richmond, Indiana, and Newcastle, Indiana.
okay. Yeah.
Moving
I've
on.
never even heard of that.
Right.
town.
Yeah. It's a really my brother lives there, and that's where we celebrate Thanksgiving. So it's a
That's nice.
it's a very small town. It's not too far away. So
I'll be in a smaller town than that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in Cool, Texas, which is literally a single blinking yellow light, and that's where the family farm is.
How's it spelled?
COOL.
Well, when you're
It's-
called Cool, Texas.
It's a tiny ass town.
Yeah.
But that's where my parents and my brother and sister-in-law and nephews are all at. So I'll be going out there.
And that's the entire
I'm-
population of Cool, Texas.
pretty
right?
much,
You're-
yeah, pretty much. That's 2/3 of it. Yes. My sad part is I'm actually. They're all saying that it's going to be a busy travel day this year. I actually,
Yeah.
I booked my tickets a little late, so I'm actually having to fly Thursday, Thanksgiving morning, and get out there. So I'm hoping
Yikes.
it's okay. I'm hoping the weather's good.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Brendan, are you going?
I
in?
mean,
welcome to the show too. Sorry.
yeah.
Oh, Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
30th in college. It's going to be a big week. I mean, I'm spent. Sorry,
Is
spent
that where
on
the
weekends.
parade's at?
I don't know. I mean, that's just where I work.
PT
Oh,
show.
So, but it's going to be Thanksgiving, so
It's
I
that corner.
I should make some good tips.
Should make
that
some
night.
good money on the
Nice.
corner.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey.
Work in PT show club.
You can pay for some beer on the tab, right?
He's working the pole. He's got to buy Christmas presents.
I mean, we got to do what we got to do. It's that time of year. We all
It's
get
the
in
holidays.
Christmas
Everyone's
spirit.
got to do their thing.
Don't judge.
No, actually, I'm going to Cadillac, going to see Mom and Pop, bringing daughter and my brother all going up there and see the family. Going to
Nice.
do going to Cadillac, Michigan, and we have some beers from Michigan tonight too. They were gonna.
We do.
Are we
Nice.
sure? You weren't
know,
sure.
we
You
do.
weren't sure if it was Michigan or
Did we figure it out?
Pennsylvania.
Well, I knew it was for some reason something popped up. I'll have to look where the hell that came from. Something said Pennsylvania, but no. This is it's from Rochester Mills. We're gonna do a few of them tonight. Their milkshake. Jeremy brought this. Jeremy
Jesus.
Brown, our buddy.
Welcome, Jeremy.
Comedian
Well, thank you.
comedian Jeremy Brown.
He brought some.
I got this in a gift pack. It's the 12 days of milkshake,
Yeah.
and they had German
It's
chocolate.
like an advent calendar, but with alcohol.
What much
Yeah.
funner? Yeah,
You're right.
way better than an advent calendar.
I am so excited to try this beer.
Yeah.
I haven't even smelled it yet.
I mean-
I'm
Rochester
waiting.
Mills out of Rochester, Michigan.
There's like a turtle milkshake. There was a German chocolate. There's
English
all kinds of
toffee,
English toffee, and so there's a lot
oatmeal.
of different types of milk stouts that they've done a lot of good things with, and
Barley aged toasted marshmallow.
barley aged.
Yeah.
So everything I've had out of it has
Oh.
been pretty solid. So
I thought I didn't even realize it. I thought you had brought 2 cans of the one we're doing. It's
I did
actually
too.
4 different beer. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that. I thought it was 2 cans of 2 kinds of beers.
Two
with
can
2 cans
salmon.
each.
No, we're
no, that's
starting.
not how I roll,
right.
Patrick.
I
I'm
get it.
gonna.
All right.
We're
I-
starting with some.
Pat's no.
All right, what do you think
luckily,
I'm from?
Pat actually, you're actually. I didn't notice that. I was starting to pour us full beers because I thought I was gonna give them this one, and then I realized, oh shit, these are 2 different beers. I better back
The
up a little
cans
bit.
look the
They
same.
look the same.
Yeah,
especially
we don't have to try
someone's
all of them. We
colorblind.
can.
Oh, we have to.
Oh yeah, we do.
Oh, we have to.
We
yeah,
sure can.
yeah, we
But we're
should-
starting
we
with the
should.
peanut brittle.
You've
But
been you've been on this show, right?
I mean, it's a holiday show,
right.
right?
Yes.
It's peanut brittle
It's
time.
peanut brittle time.
Who doesn't like peanut brittle this time of year?
Sometimes
Sadist. I don't know. I mean,
I like that. I like the can. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you just want a beer. And in this case, we get to have both.
Right. We get to have both.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited.
There is nice little sayings on every one of them, so yeah, it's pretty cool. They did a good job on the cans too
Yeah,
as
they
well.
did.
So
Hey, that's got a nice.
This
aroma
is
to
the
it.
peanut brittle milkshake stout, an ale with milk sugars, cocoa nibs, and peanuts. That's pretty simple.
yeah.
You
The
get-
smell's good.
It does. It smells fantastic. You get that peanutty kind of. That
I almost
sweet
get.
peanutty.
The sugary.
I almost get a little
Yeah.
more like. So
It
the
smells like
aroma
peanut brittle.
actually for me though the aroma reminds me of what's the one we always have the Common Necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quaff
okay.
on.
Yeah.
But that's the hazel. I mean, Brennan and I
Right.
went out the other
Yeah.
weekend, just up to Alley's again, and I had a whatever. Either it was a fresh ass batch or whatever, but
fresh
I ordered
ash, Ash. What?
I'm
an
I'm
ashy
slurring.
ass.
I'm drinking.
You
I'm
know?
drinking fresh ass batch or whatever. They
Right.
just tapped it because I held it up to him because he doesn't like hazelnuts, and I had him take a whiff, and he's like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
yeah, it was hazelnutty, but this leans
This is
a
a
little more
little-
hazelnutty.
I get hazelnut out of
Yeah.
this
Do
more
you?
than.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I get more hazelnut than the peanut.
Yeah, I do too.
I get that caramel liquid that is when you're mixing up
Yeah.
the peanut brittle.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
the smell of that caramel, the liquid part of it. That's
Basically,
I get,
the reduced. Well, that's like the condensed milk.
What
that you're
hardens
cooking
later,
down.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
We do have to talking about Alley's. Say goodbye. Unfortunately, our little Tommy is gone.
Oh, Tommy Jean.
Yes, that
Yep.
sucks.
She left.
She took off on us. So
Yeah. She moved to Colorado. She's
yeah.
gonna get.
Wow.
She's gonna be hanging out in the beer and weed capital of
she better be sending us some.
All right. Good for her.
Yeah,
all right, some
some beer.
contraband.
She,
yeah.
she needs to be
Yeah.
sending us beer.
beer.
Well, maybe she can get us
Exactly.
a show out there.
Hey, that works.
go.
I think so.
You know, it's always good to have contacts
all right,
in
so
different
I'm
places.
gonna go ahead and
Have you tasted
Take
it yet?
take
The
this
aroma's
half.
awesome. I
I
haven't even
have.
tasted it. Go for it. What do you got? Uh-oh.
I'm bummed.
Oh,
bummed.
no.
It tastes super artificial to me.
Yeah,
it doesn't taste
I'm not
real.
getting peanut brittle out of
Nah.
it. I'm getting hazelnut.
Yeah, it's not what I was hoping for at all. It definitely,
Not a fan.
there's those times when you can really taste like the peanutty or something
Yeah.
like in some of those
Yeah.
beers.
Yeah.
This is very artificial tasting. I had high hopes for this, and
I'm actually
it's
okay
not
with
that-
it.
Really?
But I like the Common Necessity and I like the hazelnut.
Yeah.
part.
Just reminds-
Well, see, I like the Common Necessity too, but if you're going to label this as peanut brittle, it tastes like you have some kind of extract
I would-
that you poured in it.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, I can get that too. Yeah.
But I also don't understand. It's not when I hear milkshake stout, I'm thinking a much creamier,
Creamy. Yeah.
thicker
Yeah.
kind of
Right.
stout. This is a very thin
It's
Yeah.
very
stout.
light. Very light.
So, and I understand it's got the milk sugars in it,
Right.
but I don't think
Right.
they got enough. I think you put it either it needed to be on some nitro or a little more lactose in it or
Right.
something to give it a different mouthfeel to it.
It's not horrible
No, it's not.
by any means, but it's not what I was hoping it would be.
Right.
Let me put it that way.
Yes. I was clearly expecting a different peanut brittle flavor, and I
For
get
sure.
Common Necessity hazelnut
Yeah.
basically out of it.
Yeah.
So a slightly lighter hazelnut,
no
that
disrespect to him, but
It
I
does
get
remind me a
knockoff
lot
Common
of Common Necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get knockoff Common Necessity. At least I think
Right.
Common Necessity actually has those natural flavors that kind of brings it out a little more.
and they're
Like
they're
an
punch-
uncommon necessity.
It's very
Oh,
uncommon.
did you see what I did there?
There you
It's a
go.
knockoff.
Oh, shit.
Well,
The uncommon, not necessary.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
appreciate the effort.
It's
Keep trying.
yeah.
I think hazelnut lovers would love this because I'm not a big hazelnut lover.
Yeah.
I'm just
Agree.
I'm not a fan. I don't like hazelnut, so this one doesn't sit well with me.
It was clean for me. It's clean.
Yeah.
I could drink
It's
it.
clean.
It's good.
I
You
agree.
like
Nice and
hazelnut
clean.
too, though. I mean, you
Love
like the
hazelnut.
I'd say I'm just I don't hazelnut doesn't. I don't know. There's something about
But see,
it. I
that's
don't
the thing. I'm the opposite end of that. I like hazelnut,
Mhm.
and I'm okay with it in my beer.
You just don't like. This doesn't taste.
This
It
tasted
doesn't-
extract.
there's-
This
I
tasted
still think-
extract.
It's
I'm
very
thinking.
fake.
I was thinking peanut brittle when I opened it,
Yeah.
so I'm like, fuck yeah,
Exactly. I was excited for it, and it's nothing like that.
yeah.
Nothing like that at all.
The smell was the buildup.
Yes.
And
Smells
then
good.
once
Yeah. I
The
was
aroma's
bought in.
there.
I was bought in with the aroma, but
the aroma
but
still
the flavor
leans
wasn't there.
hazelnut, not peanut brittle. And maybe it's just me. I'm used to eating, or it could be the fact that peanut brittle to me. My family has tried to make it, and we've made it for years and all that. But I think we usually burn it. You know, it's not the best peanut brittle in the world. So I'm used to a different kind of very very overly caramelized peanut brittle, and so that's what I was expecting because that's the that's the peanut brittle I grew up on was probably a little overcooked. You
Yeah.
know, 'cause you go a little too long on that stuff, and you can easily burn that shit. It's
I'm not a
super easy
huge-
to fuck up peanut brittle.
I'm not a huge sweet fan, but I love peanut butter. Anything peanut butter desserts and peanut brittle. It's
Oh yeah,
That's
but the
where
beer.
you and I
But we've
are
always
Yeah.
talked about it with.
right there. We're the same right
peanut
there.
butter
But
pie,
we've
anything
always
peanut
talked
butter.
about it with the peanut butter beers. Is they're almost all an extract of something.
Yeah, they usually don't taste. Yeah, they usually taste fake. Fake. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's only a few out there that are done really well.
Yeah. Again, who was that? I'll have to remember
well,
one of them. We've
Brewling's
had-
got a great one.
Brewling's one,
yeah,
yes.
that's the one I actually really
Brewling's
like.
got
That
a
one's
great
pretty
peanut beer. Yeah.
What's that
Yeah.
like a nutter butter one?
The
or
Nutter
Yeah,
Butter. That's
yeah.
that was
Like that.
Brewling.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah,
that one's
they're
actually
Nutter
really
Butter.
good.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Have
Who
you
does
ever-
a sweet baby Jesus? Isn't that a peanut butter?
Isn't that Evil
Is that
Twin?
Evil Twin?
Yeah.
Do we have?
They-
Do we have an evil?
We do have an Evil
Do we?
Twin.
We don't have
We
that
have an
one.
Evil
though.
Twin, but we don't have.
Yeah.
Oh,
that one.
okay.
We drank one from Tabor, but not. It wasn't the. Oh, it was the breakfast. Wasn't the
You know-
breakfast break the donut?
Yeah, the donut break one. Yeah,
Yeah.
which was all right.
We're not going to get
Yeah.
a much better segue than going into an Evil Twin right now. So we
wanna-
might
No.
as well just go.
No,
there.
you
You
don't
want
have
to
to
take
go
a break
like-
from
yeah.
the?
Well, I mean, we have the other milkshakes, but we can come back to the other.
Let's
milkshakes.
come back to
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
All right.
We can.
So
Take
I
a
mean,
break.
take a break real
Take a
quick.
break
We're
with-
gonna pop open. What is that one? It's a Jesus. I see.
Can you?
see,
Can
it
you,
says
can
Jesus.
you say
on
that
it.
one for me, Brendan?
Yeah, it's Unmas Todo Jesus.
Un mas todo Jesus.
I
think that
I work with 3 Guatemalans, so I think I can do this a little bit better. It's un mas todo Jesus.
Ah, okay.
Oh yeah, that was.
You know what that translates to? Sweet baby Jesus.
A sweet baby Jesus.
Sweet little 5 pound, 8 ounce
Baby Jesus.
baby Jesus.
Yeah, you were
sitting
mounting
in
your
his
Jesus.
manger.
Hey, before we go, a little shout out. Man, this dip is good,
That-
B.
Yeah, Brendan cooked on. Brendan made some good ass
Chorizo.
chorizo
Oh
cheese
my
dip.
god, yeah. I just want to slather it all over me and
Oh, we can do that
And then-
later, baby.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna.
yeah.
let it cool off.
We're
first,
going
'cause-
there.
You're gonna put it on like wax. He's gonna start waxing you with cheddar chorizo dip.
Well, my hair just grew back from the surgery, so I don't need to burn it back off again. so-
Woo!
Sweet baby Jesus.
If you're a craft beer guy who can't get it nearby, do yourself a favor and log into Taver.
Hi, this is Kelly from 18th Street Brewery, and you are listening to Blind Pig Confessions.
Hey, and we're back.
We're back.
That's what we're doing. Guess what? We're drinking beer.
Holy shnikes.
I was reading the description. One of the descriptions on Beer Advocate pours pitch black.
I was gonna say that shit is like motor oil.
Yeah,
Holy
it
crap.
actually says it on the.
Oh,
Spent,
I mean-
like he says, he describes it as spent motor oil black.
Yeah.
Not even
Holy-
motor oil,
yeah.
spent motor oil.
Nailed it. Yeah.
wow. As soon as I was like, holy shit.
So this is an Imperial Stout, a 12%er from Evil Twin Brewing. And it's Imperial Stout. This one's got cinnamon, cocoa, chili peppers, and coffee. I love trying out chili pepper beers. I don't like jalapeno beers, but I like. Did you save any?
I'm sorry, it's gone.
Maybe next week.
You and Brendan have to share.
Well.
Yeah, just.
And we only had one bottle of this too. I only got one bottle of it. I think because I originally thought it was a bomber size when I ordered. I think I wasn't paying attention on the. This is a Taver. This is one of our
one from
Taver
Taver?
beers. Yep. This is a Taver beer. that we got. This one's out of Brooklyn. This one says it's out of Brooklyn. So, yeah, 12%er. Ooh. Coffee beans added, chili peppers. I'm excited. I gotta clear my palate a little bit though.
Drink some water.
What's that aroma? I mean, I don't get like a lot of coffee, but I don't get a lot of spice either. I mean, it's a good aroma, but what are you smelling?
Yeah,
I smell a
A
lot
little
of.
bit of sweetness?
I smell a sweet. I smell
It's
a 12%er.
definitely
I
sweet.
smell a
Yeah.
12%er
Yeah.
here. I do.
I got sweet from the smell. Yeah.
Yeah.
but I'm not getting like spicy off it or.
No, but you usually don't get the spice off the aroma too much, unless it's a
No.
horrible pepper beer, horrible jalapeno one. But the creeper ones usually get you a nice
It's chewy.
fruity. Is it chewy?
Oh, it's
Well,
It's
12%er. Yeah. It's a 12%er Imperial, so I'm going to expect that.
There's some nice heat and kick to it. There's
Yeah,
a little
right
bit
at
of
the end
a
there.
To the
yeah, a little
face.
bit of a, yeah, a little bit of kick
it's
in
not
there.
overpowering, but it's actually
Oh,
it's
that's
nice.
good.
It's good.
This one we might have let get too warm, in my opinion. You know,
No.
Almost.
I could drink it a little better, a little faster with a little bit more chill on it, but
Mm,
it's
I
ooh,
like that.
the pepper's good there. The chili peppers are good.
See, that is 100 times thicker and chewier than.
Right, but
that
I'm okay.
Lejeune.
But I don't know the heat.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the heat that's fine on it,
The
but
spice kick in when
yeah, the spice kicking in on that makes it okay.
I
for
dig
me.
it.
It balances out the sweetness.
Interesting.
I was talking about this when we did the Lost shows. We had I had like the bar mix of the sesame sticks and the peanuts and the hot nut mix,
The hot mix.
and we were eating some of that. And I was eating some of that, and then drinking some of the stouts and all that, and it was actually tasted. It was
No,
actually coming
it was
out
a
really
good- it was a
good.
good-
Yeah, it was a
yeah.
good mix.
It was a good combination.
It worked out well. It's not something you would want to eat like if you're drinking IPAs or anything. I think that mix would be off, but it worked well with the stouts and the chocolatey beers. That's got good. That's
It's
got
good
good
beer.
pepper to
Yeah.
it. That's got really good pepper, and it's not as sickeningly sweet as I think it would be. It's still a oneer. I couldn't drink a lot of
Oh
those.
yeah,
No.
it's sweet. I mean,
No,
it's,
yeah.
it's-
And it's thick.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
That
Oh, yeah.
is motor oil.
Yeah.
I mean
Oh,
that is
yeah.
motor oil color right there.
Yeah,
That's awesome though.
that's a good.
Because and
it's a good
because our
8-ouncer.
reputation with Evil Twin is fitty.
It's hit or miss. They
Yeah,
make some.
hit or
I
miss.
mean, I don't know where everything comes from because they come out with some really good stuff, and whoever's brewing it. But
Now
they,
you were talking about that. What do you mean on the Evil Twin on that?
What?
Different people brew it.
Yeah, I don't-
This one's that says it's out of Brooklyn, which is where Evil Twin's at.
I thought they were out of Denmark. I thought Evil Twin was actually a.
Oh, you're right. It is. It's Evil Twin. Their website is eviltwin.dk.
But I think
So
they
that would be
have
Denmark.
different people can brew their beer. I don't know how it works
Oh.
or how the whole contract. If I don't know how it works, but different people are brewing beer and they put Evil Twin's name on it. That's why there's some stuff I've had from there. It's been amazing, and I've had some stuff from there. It's been pure shit. Which I mean, you can get that anywhere. But I mean, I don't know. They got 1,000 frickin' beers in the goddamn.
They do.
I mean, because they got. I don't know how it works. I don't know what I went and looked into it. How
I'm looking at the Wikipedia page. They call it a nomadic brewery originating in Denmark. Guy blah blah blah. Evil Twin is a gypsy brewery in that the company does not operate an official brewery and instead collaborates with other brewers to produce their limited edition and one-off beers as well as series of seasonal and year rounds.
I wonder if that's because they don't have the capacity to.
It sounds more like they're running the recipes.
Right.
And just pairing with other people.
We're going to give you this
brew
recipe.
It.
Can you brew it at your place?
Yeah, I don't know how they work. I don't know if the brewer themselves say, "Hey, let's do a recipe, and then can we put your name on it?" Or if they send, I don't know how that works. So it'd be interesting to find out more about it, I guess.
Their wiki page is still pretty thin. There's not a whole lot left on the wiki page other than what I just described to you on that one.
No,
So,
let's
yeah,
look at more into
that's-
them.
Yeah, we will have to.
I mean,
yeah.
they got thousands of beers out there, so I just don't know how it all works. But we've had some really good ones. This
Yeah,
is
it's good. Yeah, that's yummy.
Evil Twin, been years, blah, blah,
So,
blah.
I couldn't drink more than 6 to 8 ounces of it.
No, yeah, it's a knife and fork beer.
Yeah.
They have a permanent brewery in Ridgewood, but it doesn't say where Ridgewood's at. Evil Twins,
It's between
Jeppe, the guy's name is Jeppe, has been held up with delays for over 2 years, but his permanent brewery in Ridgewood is finally on the horizon, scheduled to open up, and yeah.
Sorry.
What?
Between my ridge and my wood. Sorry. Moving on.
I wasn't paying attention. I was
What'd you say?
reading. I don't want to say.
Huh?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Taint Forest.
Fair
Taint-
enough.
What?
Taint Forest. Gooch,
What? Goochland?
Goochland.
Goochtown.
Oh, we got to find a. So speaking of that one,
You know what? We
Lost Show.
announced
This was
last
part of it.
week. We announced the other week about our new sponsor, Taver, but we didn't talk enough about Licking Hole because it was
Can you ever?
no,
No.
but it wasn't just that. It's a hilarious. It's a great name, and it's in Goochland,
Goochland.
and
Virginia.
and they had the Angry Beaver Mug Club, right?
Something like that. Yeah, I'll
But-
have to look it up again.
We had the Imperial. Did we have an Imperial Porter, or is it an Imperial Stout we had from them?
Yeah,
is
I'll
it-
look it up.
is it
I'm looking
Maryland?
up now.
But we thought maybe it was gimmicky, but the beer was really good.
Oh
Imperial Stout. So we tried
go.
on our Lost Show the Heir Apparent, which was an Imperial Stout, is
Yeah.
11.7, infused with Serrano peppers,
That was the one.
vanilla and cinnamon. It was
Yep.
that other slightly peppery one, and it was just awesome.
Excellent
I mean, it was
beer.
an
Yeah.
excellent beer. But yeah, it's called Licking Hole Creek is the brewing company, out of Goochland, Virginia. I mean, yeah,
Virginia. There you go.
Yeah, and it was like we spent like probably 20 minutes on.
Yeah, and I think
Just-
we do. The
Well,
pigs need to
if
get up
you're-
there and do a trip there because
Absolutely. It sounds
Yeah.
super moist.
it it's moist land.
It's wetland. It's wetland, Virginia. If you're licking hole, you're right by Gooch. So
Oh.
They've got to have a beer. They've got to. You think they put out a beer
it's
called?
literally right around the corner from Gooch.
Yeah. It's kind of near Taint, but it's kind of near Taint
It's
Land.
right through Taint
And,
Forest. Yeah. But yeah,
just right below. It's just right above Taint Land.
Taint National Forest.
Right down the road from Pound Town.
But yeah, I'm looking up the Mug Club, but even their Mug Club there was a beaver involved in the Mug Club.
Of course there was.
Because where they are at, the lake is called Beaver. It was like Beaver Lake or something like that.
Of
of course
And-
it was.
Yeah.
It's not the Angry Beaver Club. You need to fire your marketing guy because he just came up short.
But they appeared to be also when we were when researching them. They were very very local in that very like on a farm. They're growing. It's all their own wheat, barley, and hops and stuff. But
On yeast.
yeah. I know we're making fun of you, Licking Hole, but
No,
it was
hey,
good
hey,
beer.
we are
dug-
super into it.
They're
We
asking
dug your
for it,
beer.
and they know it.
Yes.
Right.
Oh yeah, they're
But-
playing on that as well.
Well, yeah, and they should, but you can't get around how good the beer was. Hunter, we'll get some more.
Excellent.
It was phenomenal. We
yeah.
love the beer.
It was one of our favorites of the night.
It
was
was
like one of our top
by
two.
far. It was a great
Really?
beer.
Yeah. Yeah. The Order of the Beaver is what was the
You can't order the beaver to do anything. It's gonna do what it wants.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. I mean, one of their first beers was called the Magic Beaver. I mean, they're working on they're working with
they're
the whole
working it.
thing.
They're doing it.
Exactly.
They
Like,
have
we're
it.
not-
Working it.
So
These are probably pretty
we're
old
going to
jokes that
Virginia.
we're throwing out. We think we're the original.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure.
Can
these
you
have been done
imagine what
before.
they have?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
They've got a book.
Oh yeah.
like people go to visit and like, yeah, we've heard that one. We've heard that one. 1,000 times you've heard that one.
I still think that's a road trip for us.
I think
absolutely
so too.
agree.
I mean, it'd be pretty
Where
damn
in
awesome.
Virginia is that by?
Um,
In all honesty, this time, in all honesty. Besides the wetlands of Virginia, in the wooded land.
oh yeah, that was it's just east of Richmond.
Okay.
It's past Charlottesville. Yeah, it's past Charlottesville, between Charlottesville and Richmond.
Okay.
But
I used to live in Virginia, actually.
Yeah, but pretty
when I
close. I
was
mean, really,
much
still
younger,
not
yeah.
too far from the coast. Really, because Richmond's pretty close to
Yeah,
the coast
not
anyway,
too
so
far
yeah.
from Virginia Beach, actually,
Yeah,
because that'd be a good trip.
Yeah, and I think it was like a it's a 9.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which we've driven farther. I think
Take our
you know.
new pig van.
Oh yeah, we still gotta find a pig van.
Yeah. One that
Yeah.
can
One of
run-
these days
One
we-
that can make it 9
One they
hours.
can make there. Yeah.
I mean, we may be going to Seattle, right?
Yes.
I don't know if we're
Yes.
driving to that one.
Yeah, I
though.
think
No,
we'll fly-
I think we should, because of all
a
the places
long
we could
drive.
hit on the way.
Well,
on the way
I
back?
know. Well,
But with as much as we drink, it would take us 2 weeks to get to
Right.
Seattle.
I'm
I'm
still
fine
not
with
seeing
it.
the issue
Yeah.
there.
It's like, as long as we can do it, I'm good with it.
Yeah. I can work from anywhere as long as I got internet access.
But that's the
can do
thing.
my
I mean,
job.
we're gonna stay like I don't know what, at least 3 or 4 days, or maybe more in Colorado.
Yeah, so we got places we can hit. I know people out there. I mean, we got places we can hit.
Yeah, I got
And,
friends in Portland.
yeah,
I mean,
I got friends in Colorado, and
I mean, we've got the Breakside
friends,
Brewery.
we got friends everywhere. We can
Tommy's
yeah.
up in Colorado now.
Yeah, there you go. See, we've got plenty of places to go, plenty of people to see.
Oh, what are you showing him? You didn't get to see it on the
our-
radio.
Suds.
Oh, Monon Beverage has
Our good friends.
I think he's got
Sean,
bottoms up.
Yeah.
He's
Sean
paired up.
Webster and Scott Hardwick have their Monon Beverage Brokers have their own magnet for the bottoms up
for the bottoms up things now.
brewing.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Good
and
for
so
them.
there's a video on Facebook I was just watching where this has their emblem and their insignia, whatever you want to call it, with Monon Beverage Brokers.
That's
for
pretty
the
awesome.
bottoms up,
Good. I'm glad. Good for him, man. I'm
yeah,
glad they're
that's pretty
pairing up.
neat.
I like the bottoms up beer dispensers.
Yeah.
I always have.
That guy, the guy that Josh, he's a very funny comedian. I can't think of his last name right now.
The guy who owns?
They invented the bottoms
Yeah.
up brewing concept, the machinery, and the whole concept is a really, really funny comic.
Is it?
We should probably have him on
I
sometime.
didn't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was dating. Was it Nikki Reed?
yeah.
Yeah. So we had Nikki, and we had talked about it. But he's a busy guy. It's
Yeah.
hard. To,
Oh yeah, he's super
he's
super busy.
busy.
Yeah.
We should drink some more beer.
I think I'm
Let's
liking
drink some more beer.
I still that was surprisingly good with the high ABV.
Yeah.
I think
Hunter, finish your oil.
don't forget to change your oil. If Cowboy were here, there'd
He'd
be
be
an oil
checking
check.
it.
Yeah, if Cowboy were here, he'd be checking the oil.
He about a
But,
quart low.
You're at least 1 pint low. See, we've been drinking beer enough. I don't even bother in car terms. I don't have a quart of oil. I have a pint of oil that I got to put in my car.
Let's just throw this out here. I've been out of commission for a while,
You have
and beer.
Are you drunk yet?
I'm.
Getting there?
It's a good night.
Which, hey, congratulations. Everything's good. Hunter is doing well. It's good to have you back, sir.
Yes, sir.
And it's
We've
good to hear the
we've
all
been
clear.
away for some
This is a health problem.
some health issues.
Yeah, the
good to go.
herpetogonosyphilis is all cleared up.
It's all cleared up. The cream worked.
We've all had it.
Brendan's good now too. So I mean,
we share it. We share it. We just pass it around. Jeremy, get ready.
Yep.
Hey, it's not a cure. It suppresses the outbreaks. Okay,
It suppresses the outbreak.
It
Exactly.
lays dormant. So it's,
Exactly. That's why we all have beards.
Yes. It hides the sores.
It hides the sores. Exactly.
the
right.
sores.
I don't know what we're doing. What did we open up this time, sir?
Oh, we
So
have
what do we
the.
Are we going back to milkshakes?
Yeah, we have another from Rochester Mills. It's the oatmeal milkshake stout. It is ale brewed with milk sugars, cocoa nibs, and flaked oats.
Oh, this one's okay. Just a standard.
Yeah, just probably it's a 5.5 ABU's
Okay.
30. So it's your oatmeal milkshake stout.
It's a milk stout. It's good. The flavor's fine. There's no artificial. There's nothing artificial to it because it's just it's just a milk stout.
It's an oatmeal stout.
It's oatmeal stout. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean it's
Not
it's
much
clean,
of an aroma.
It's good.
but it's just a clean beer. It's a 5.5%, and actually that's one you could drink a few of these ones.
Yeah, because
They're
it's
clean. It's
This is another carbonation one.
Yeah.
Where you can really kind of
Yeah.
taste that. And it
yeah,
makes
you
it a
can
little
take
lighter.
yep.
Yeah.
I get a little. It's a little dry. It's actually a little dry on the back end for me.
Right.
I'm surprised because it's only a 5.5%, so but a clean beer. I'm good with that one. I mean,
Yeah.
it's. I don't know if they ever. I don't know if anybody kegs it or puts any of these ones on tap anywhere. But it's still. I'd drink
I
it.
would because it's a good clean oatmeal stout.
Yeah.
And it's not a heavy. It's not a heavy stout either. So
Exactly.
it's
No, you could eat. I could definitely pound a few of those and.
Absolutely. This is more true to the style than I
Yeah.
think that the
Peanut brittle one, yeah.
Yeah, I think this is more
Yeah, yeah.
true
Well,
to
that's a
what
kid's
what you
beer. I mean,
expected to have.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. No, I'm all right with this one. This
Should
works.
I have pressed record? I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna punch you in the dick.
Why change now?
No, I'm not. Sorry, edit that out.
All home shows from Patrick's house all disappear.
We're just having fun. This will never air.
Nope. I just make this shit up. It's not actually a real computer.
Sorry, Tabor.
Patrick has no friends.
We'll try
so he-
again next time.
It's not even a real computer, man. It's an Etch-a-Sketch. I'm over here frantically making it look like there's waveforms on here just for you guys.
Every time we take a break, he shakes it over his head real fast and starts over again.
Squiggly lines going across.
Squiggly line. Yep.
Hey, it looks like we're about right where we need to be level-wise.
Hold on, let me turn that up just a little bit. Oh wait, no, the wrong knob. left knob, not the right knob.
Yeah, I like it. It's
No, I think it's
It's
good.
very clean, very clean. I'm happy with it.
Nothing wrong with this one at all.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I am I get a little worried. I don't know about you guys. I like winter and I like my stouts, but sometimes I worry too much on the, it's really stout weather here and there's nothing but stouts, and I do want to do a show where we do some of the lighter beers and all that, because I worry about getting too much into the season of the stouts. You know what I mean? I like it,
But see, I
but
think
my palate, as you guys have known over the years, has expanded to where
Right.
it's not
Well,
just
yeah,
stouts are all
we
I
can-
would like to drink before.
We can drink whatever we want all year long.
Yeah,
I know,
well,
but-
but that's the thing. I think it goes the opposite way, kind of in the spring, summertime. You're hard pressed to find a good porter
Yeah.
or a good stout.
Yeah.
I mean, we record up at Alley's
Fresh,
a lot.
yeah.
And it's tough to find. They might have one or two on tap,
Mm-hmm.
but it's predominantly IPAs and pales.
Even in the breweries themselves, it's hard
Yeah,
to find.
absolutely.
It's like, oh, these guys keeping a stout on or a porter on all year. It's sweet.
exactly.
I told the guy at the liquor store I go to all the time, he's like, during the summer, he's like, are you going to start drinking some other stuff? And I was like, yeah, I probably should. It's like hot or whatever, but I still stuck with like my my Scottish ales and my darker
Yeah.
stuff. And it's just like, I just like them. You know what I mean? It's like, I like lighter beers and I like different things or whatever, but my favorites it's just hard for me to get away from the porters and the stouts and the Scottish ales and the heavier things. And
But even like this oatmeal stout.
It's not that heavy.
No, and it's not. And I could drink that outside
I agree.
in the summertime.
agree.
Maybe not 90-degree weather,
Yep.
but it's
But
refreshing.
it's
warmer.
that
Yeah.
carbonation,
I mean,
though.
it's the
It kinda-
it's light
lighter.
enough where
Yeah.
I mean, people think of stout as something heavy, and it's really not. I mean,
It
usually
doesn't
they're
have to be.
right. And typically they're lighter beers anyway, at least ABV wise. So I mean, people think of it in the wrong way. But
Well, I think a lot of them got on the, they get, it's the imperial stouts that come out, and the
yeah,
and
Well, yeah.
and the super thick.
Well,
and,
even people think of Guinness as being that's
Right.
oh,
something
good Lord,
don't
that's
do us off.
I
Like,
did. Oh
that's-
yeah, I
that's-
grew up
that's
on that.
fucking
I was
light,
like, oh,
4
this.
5. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a light beer.
I grew up on it. I thought it was oil, but I still like drinking it. But now it's like, oh yeah, that's water.
Oh, yeah,
I drink that like you used to drink a Miller Lite or something.
yeah,
I
the
can
first
drink a
Guinness I ever
now.
drank was, oh my God, because I've been drinking Miller Lite and Bud Light or
Oh
whatever.
yeah, if you're not,
It's like- and I-
definitely
that's
not
all-
used to drinking it.
It's like, oh my God, what a buddy of mine whose his grandparents were from Ireland, both sides or whatever, and he just said, hey, try this or whatever, and I was like, how do you drink this, whatever? And the more I drank it, the more I liked it, and that's probably what got me started on porters and stouts and
Yeah.
why they're my favorite now.
But there is, summertime when it's nice and hot, a good cold lager. I mean,
Yeah.
there's something about it that it.
Right. Now, I will say my expectations with this being an oatmeal stout,
Mhm.
I thought it was going to be a little heavier.
A little
than-
creamier.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
it wasn't.
With the
and
oatmeal, I thought would be a little creamier, but
I agree.
But it seems like it was maybe a lighter oat bill than it's advertised.
Right.
You know what I mean? Advertised,
Exactly.
yeah. Enough there
Yeah.
to give it a little bit of a creamy
Mm-hmm.
finish on that, but
Well,
not
it does say flaked oats. Maybe if it was whole oats.
there you go.
Maybe it'd be a little different.
Hey,
there you go.
no, that
could be.
that
That's
could
a good
be.
point.
Half
Now, I will
bitters.
say my summertime beer, I'll go down to kind of a brown ale. You know what I mean? And that's kind of my summer beer because that's still a little bit of a dark. You still got your kind of caramel notes and everything.
Yeah.
But it's a little lighter than your porters and your stouts.
And I like those, like
generally.
in that, or even in the Dunkel area,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
Dunkels
Exactly.
and things like that. The
Yep.
lighter brown Germans,
Mhm.
beers and all that. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
a really good way to go.
I like a good Bud Light Lime in the summer.
So, say bye. To
No.
me.
Say no.
just say no. Friends don't let friends drink Bud Lime.
I have to say, I will tell you this, just
Facebook,
because I can't
Brendan Douglas, unfriend.
unfriend. Yes. You're not gonna get. He's not gonna give you a promo code for Taver.
Dude, will you? We did one of the old podcasts. We did a show at the Phoenix when they're doing one of the first brouhahas. And I was so
I
pissed
don't think I
off.
was around at that point.
No, they're doing. It was all. I thought it was all local breweries and very cool down in Phoenix. Awesome. But then there was some loudmouth in the middle of this place with a blowhorn, and I'm like, what the fuck? It was fucking Budweiser. with their
Of course.
with their I think it might have been their tequila beer at the time. So I'm like, wait a minute.
The tequila?
Why in the
Oh wait, no.
why and who let these idiots I don't even know what possessed them to let these assholes in there.
Yep.
And they were the loudest idiots. They had some chicks in bikinis, and I'm like, come on, man.
Yep.
You know, it was just so disgusting. I don't know why they did that. They weren't there the year after that, thank God. But it was.
Yeah.
Who brought these guys in? It was supposed to be a brew festival,
Yep. The game's changed.
and I don't know what they
Yeah.
brought these guys in.
Well, they were
Yeah.
trying to
And
let
it was-
some of them.
But at the area too of the Phoenix, like who thought that was a good idea?
Exactly.
especially in the early time, those
Yeah.
years ago, you didn't want any kind of macro near your brew fest. Now, I mean,
No,
they're
and they
still letting
shouldn't
some
be.
of these slightly larger micro stuff around, which
Right.
is fine, and
But-
the macros are still trying to do their micro
Yeah, but
brews and stuff. But
So here's the thing. I hate to even bring this up, but we try the shitty beers, so
but
you
he's
don't
gonna.
have to.
yeah,
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
that's kind of part of the
Right.
premise of the show.
Right.
You've seen the commercials on there now with the Bud Lager that's barrel aged and
Yeah.
all this bullshit.
Is there a Jim Beam?
Yeah.
Supposedly
Yeah.
that's aged in Jim Beam barrels.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're gonna have to try one, and we're gonna have to talk about it.
I know. I don't. And if it's good, I'll say
And
it's good.
Absolutely,
I don't
100%.
care.
Absolutely.
I mean,
but here's the thing: they realize that they've got to change.
Mhm.
The game is not. The game
Right.
has changed. It's not going to change. It doesn't revolve around them anymore.
Well, 10 years ago they laughed at the craft brew scene and said we
Absolutely.
don't, they're
Yep.
never gonna. But even back then, even though they're laughing, they were still creating
still
those
making
fake
money.
craft beers
Yep.
that nobody knew it was craft.
was
That
them.
was them, and they were
Yep.
still doing the shot.
Yep.
I mean, they were slowly. They knew the change was coming.
Absolutely.
So they were trying to be first in by laughing, saying, "Oh, we have nothing to worry about," but they knew.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
but I don't see why
they're
so-
they're astute enough. They know.
And
they know
yes,
what's
they
going
are.
on.
They are doing the Jim Beam one, which fine. I mean, why? But why put them together? It's never and leave it in the. You can do a beer and a shot of Beam, fine.
Right.
But why put them together in the bottle and just leave it sitting there?
Because
It's
they're
like
trying to
playing
compete
catch-up
with
now,
the
though.
bourbon barrel. They're trying to compete with.
Yeah. But at this point, they're playing catch up.
Yeah, I
It's
know,
not
just-
that they're innovating. It's not that they're doing anything. Now they're playing catch up, and everybody's looking at them going, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
But they're only doing
You
it
know?
with other big, with big
Exactly.
whiskey or big,
Yep.
bourbon places.
Right.
If you want to be craft, you need to actually craft something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's the one that's
me-
doing the Knob Creek barrels now?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that
Someone's doing something with Knob Creek now, where they're brewing and or they're storing and aging in Knob
New
Creek
Belgium.
barrels. New Belgium, yeah,
Is that what it is?
yeah. I
No,
don't
I
listen.
like. No, I gotta say, I liked. New Belgium was one of the beers that got me into craft. That
Oh,
was
I
their-
love New
their,
Belgium.
Their
They got a lot of
a full
Amazing stuff.
They had a sour brown ale,
Yeah.
La Folle. That's what got me, and I had that out in Seattle, and I was like, wow, that's really neat.
So what were you drinking before then?
Miller Lite.
Yeah.
That's all I drink.
Listen, I don't think that.
Guinness.
Listen, Anheuser-Busch and, I don't think they're going to. They're
No.
never going to go under.
Yeah, they're going
They're
anywhere.
never gonna go
That's
under.
What
I don't
to me,
think they're
it's
gonna
like-
lose money.
It's
I
like,
don't
you know
think
what,
they're gonna-
just do what you do.
Yeah,
why
yeah.
try and get into the crap? Don't just let it go.
Yeah.
Do what you do and do it well. I mean,
People love their beer. It's a good beer.
We have a lot of great beers because of Budweiser. Because
Yes.
they have an amazing
Right.
history in the country. Do what you do and do
Miller
it well.
has a great
Don't
history.
go anywhere. So you know what? Just do what you do and leave the crap shit to be. Don't try this fake bullshit. Just let it. Just let it go.
I drink.
They're still making a ton
Yeah.
of money.
Of
I know,
course they
that's
are.
what I mean.
They're just
Just
not
let it-
making
let
as
it-
much
let
as they
it go.
used to make.
Brendan,
No,
you
but
love
there's still that
PBR,
base.
correct? I mean, you like
yeah,
PBR.
I love PBR.
Yeah.
I'm still going to drink PBR.
Sure.
And they
That's
don't
not
try
gonna
and do this.
change.
They're not trying to do the stupid shit.
Oh, have you heard the PBR stuff? The news on the PBR, like
No.
run it. There's some legal stuff on the PBR.
Their
piece
lease is
where-
up on the where they brew it at, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, to the point where PBR might go under.
No,
I-
they ain't going
And I think someone's gonna. I think
ain't going anywhere.
I read a story where I don't know where it is, but there's an old brewery that's been closed for a while. It's been like empty, and I think that they're working on getting into there to brew. But wherever they're brewing at now, their lease is up or their contract is up. PBR's not going anywhere.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're going to have people invest.
A shortage
and
is
do that.
looming, is what they're saying.
Oh,
Well,
So,
but
they ain't going anywhere.
yeah. Again,
And they're in a Miller Coors thing. It's a legal issue between them and Miller Coors right now. So but again, those are some of those ones that are really going to be too big to fail. They may not ever have the profit like they used to be and own the market, but they're still.
But they still got
so
their
they got
they're still going to be on top.
Yeah,
and
so
it's
they
still
got to
gonna
downsize a little and close. They're not going. They're not selling as much, and the shareholders are not going to get as much money as they used to get.
Right.
For any of that, but. You got to expect some of that downturn.
Right.
It's ridiculous to think you're always going to be that far on top.
Yeah.
Right.
And I will tell you this: I still drink a Miller Lite here and there because number one, I can't always afford. Craft beers are expensive at some of these bars. So when I'm playing pool, and I play pool 2 nights a week, I can't really afford to. Number one, I can't afford to just drink whiskey, good whiskey all night because all of a sudden I got an $80 bar tab twice a week.
Right.
That's a lot, $150, $200 a week I'm spending just in alcohol for that.
Right.
So I'll grab a Miller Lite. I'll grab a Miller Lite while I'm playing pool because it's a good cheap beer and I can drink it and I'm there having fun.
But
I'm not worried about.
That's the bigger disservice I think Budweiser does to the scene is people that don't know they're getting a fake crap, a bullshit Budweiser product, and they say, "Ooh, I can go get a Taxman for a 4-pack for $14, but next to it is a crap beer for $6."
Right.
This Shock Top or this fucking Jack Frost.
Yep.
Ooh, hey, that's a crap beer, and it's well,
That
why
makes
would
me
I pay?
cool.
Yeah, why would I pay
Yeah.
$4? But I'm going to pay this, and wow, holy shit, this stuff sucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not knowing it's Anheuser.
Yep. Absolutely.
And so they I think that's a bigger disservice that they do to the scene, and that's probably part of their. That's probably
Well,
part
that's
of
their
their.
pitch.
I
It's
think
probably
that-
part of their pitch is let's just ruin it.
Well, you're under. Well,
exactly.
Well,
Well, it's saturated.
It's a price
market.
cut.
Let's just the people that don't know any better. And that,
Taxman's probably.
Well,
I mean,
it's a
I know you
price
just threw out
war.
I know you just threw out a number there, but Taxman's probably, I think, one of the more affordable craft beers. Like you can get a 4-pack of deduction for $6.99.
I'll pay $16 for a 4-pack of Taxman easy
all
because
day.
it's such a.
And
all
then
day.
I just got
It's better beer, and it usually you're gonna people don't understand the ABV, but that's the product itself. You're getting a better beer.
the frozen assets is only $7.99
great. Yeah.
for a 4-pack,
Yeah.
and I've been drinking that
Yeah.
for the last week and a half.
I just
But
picked
I-
up the brown ale with the coffee vanilla in it, the bean. I can't. I just picked it up tonight, actually, from Kroger. I mean, and
Right.
it's exactly that. It's $7-8 for a 4-pack. I mean, it's affordable, and you're still getting a really good product.
It's the
for
same
it.
thing. I say, oh, hey, I can get this $2 Tombstone, or I can,
Exactly.
I can get Giacomo. I mean,
But
you're
you-
getting what you pay for.
Yeah.
But even if
If
you
you
look,
want a better product, you're going to pay a little bit more money.
even if you look even at the math of it, if you're buying what's a Miller Lite even fake craft beer ABV at 4%,
Probably.
4 or
maybe.
5.
Something like that.
But
Yeah.
so I'm paying $6 for a 4%er, 5 beers, and you do some math. But
Right.
I'm paying $15 for 4-pack, and they're all 8%ers.
Right.
If you're looking at
And
the
that's-
alcohol
well,
content
bang
in
for your
there,
buck.
And that's
some math
that's,
there.
That's the alcoholic and is talking about the ABVs. But
But that's the professor.
that's a professor
Right.
talking about the
but
numbers.
it's true. But the people, yeah, you're going to pay a little bit more, but you're getting a higher percentage of alcohol if you're a drunk like us.
Yeah.
But you're getting, to me, it's not just it's the actual it's
the quality of
the quality of the beer is
and
so
the
much
experience
better.
of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what that goes
Correct.
into making that beer and what I mean, so it's
And again,
Yeah,
like
that's the thing.
when I was saying I still drink a Miller Lite, it's because I'm doing something else. I know I can have a couple Miller Lights, and it keeps me hydrated. I can just drink a few of those back while I'm playing. I don't I don't care if it gets a little bit warm or a little bit. It's just something for me to drink throughout the night because I'm concentrating on something else. I'm not concentrating on my beer experience at that point.
Exactly.
right.
I'm not concentrating on the appreciation of the beer. I'm doing something else, but I want to drink at the same time, and still control a little bit of it and control the cost. Again, craft beer is expensive, but there's a reason for it because,
Right.
again, the term craft, you are crafting some stuff. These guys are crafting
Exactly.
some awesome beers, and they're not just mass producing a lager or something like
You know,
that.
you
They're-
can find some really good craft beers. Taver.
Yeah, guys, you're going to hear that. We're going to be pumping that for a little bit, for a while. But we'll still, again, there are new partners, the Taver app. Just go get the Taver app.
Just to kind of
Download
touch on
it.
what Jeremy was saying, though, kind of your gateway beer, what kind of got you there. And I've mentioned this before, but for me, it was kind of going from your Millers, your Coors Light, and everything. And we kind of went to Sam Adams because they had a few different varieties on there. I know you guys give me shit all the time, but but honestly, they had a few different things that you could kind of experiment with. And that's what got me into the craft beer scene. Yes, I'm smarter now and realize Sam Adams, isn't
But
the
that's
end-all
okay.
be-all. But it brought me to a point to where I was like, let me try something different.
Mine was New Belgium.
Right, exactly. And it's those little things that get you there.
Right.
And Sam Adams, I don't want to call it like a gateway drug, but I mean, it almost was like a gateway beer for me to start experimenting and trying
for
different
a ton
things.
Of people, it was a gateway beer.
Absolutely, and it
still
serves its
is.
purpose. And sometimes I will go back and have a Sam Adams lager.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Just because there's nothing wrong with it. It
Right.
got me there, and I still like
Hey,
it.
there's nothing wrong. Sam Adams make great beer. I'm just not a fan of most. I'm not a huge fan of the Sam Adams stuff.
Right.
Just not.
Right.
That's me.
Sure.
But they make great quality beer. I mean, that's not to take anything away
And
from
it was
that.
different flavors from what was out there from
Right,
the macros
definitely.
beforehand.
I think a huge part in
They had a
in the
huge
craft
part
scene.
in
So
opening it
I
up.
love Sam Adams and Dogfish, what they did with the
Right.
craft scene. It's
Yep.
huge what they've done. Sam Adams is
It
huge.
opened the door.
But I'm
a
not,
lot of
I'm
people.
just not a huge fan. I
Right.
liked one of the first ones I had that I actually enjoyed. I liked their Oktoberfest. I thought was pretty
Yeah.
damn good.
No, that's actually a really
but their other
solid
stuff
beer.
I'm not a big fan of.
Yep.
So what? I'm
Yep.
just not a big Sam Adams fan. But
Exactly. But
I'm not a big New Belgian fan, but I've had a couple I've really enjoyed.
Yeah.
I mean, because they make some really good beers, all their beers are good. I mean, nothing wrong.
They're
with
making
beer.
quality
well,
beers.
Shouldn't say
Yeah.
all of them. They make that atomic.
How-
Was that the atomic pumpkin one?
That was bad. That was
But
a
I mean,
rough
we're
one.
talking 7-8 years ago. My wife and I started trying little different
Yeah.
ones. Like there was an IPA Rebel. I mean,
Yeah.
we started kind of going, and, that wasn't a great beer. That wasn't a great experience for me. But we started going, you know what? Let's try this one. Okay, now let's try
Yeah,
this
why
one.
not?
And we
Yeah.
started expanding, and that's what got me to where I'm at today. And I mean, obviously, being on the show and everything, we try everything under the sun. But it was kind of a cool progression how we
Right.
actually got there.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I thought I was a badass because, up until I played softball and we drank Keystone Light. I mean, it's like by the truckloads. You know what I mean?
Right.
So and then just stuff like that, and like Bud
$7
Light or whatever.
for a
So
24-pack.
sure. And so then my buddy said, "Hey, try this Guinness." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't like it at first." I'm like, and it kind of grew on me, but then I didn't drink it on a steady level. You know what I mean? I was
Right.
like, okay, when he's around, he has it, and I'll drink it. So I just went back to my Keystone Light or whatever. But we was bowling, and a buddy of mine had went to Jungle Gyms in Cincinnati and bought back Dragon's Milk.
Oh, yeah.
So the first time I ever had Dragon's Milk, he bought it to the bowling alley. He goes, "You guys got to try this," and no one else liked it. And me and him sit there, and I was like, "Yeah, stuff like this is out there." You know what I mean? Oh my God! And it's like, and that's when I started really researching about the darker ones and the this and that and whatever, and the other craft beers. Like, oh, there is other stuff out there besides Bud Light. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like,
And it's so different
Yeah.
than everything else, and it's eye-opening.
Going to something he said though too, and maybe I don't know if it's because either just the crafting got better or we just got older, but I think when we were growing up and you're starting to drink beer, and you said yourself, we drank it by the truckloads. That was actually a sign of a challenge for young guys was. I'm gonna down this dirty 30 fucking pack,
Right.
and
Yeah.
and that was the achievement. You downed a 30 pack of freaking beer, and you were all. I mean, we used to do it with Branson up in when we go up to Shawano, and we'd have one day where we're like, all right, we're drinking beer for beer, and we're gonna fucking down these two dirty 30s and
Right, yeah.
see who throws up first. That was the challenge, and. Now, if you tried to do a dirty 30 of fucking Taxman, you'd be dead after 8.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But happy.
So you die with it.
You remember how
but
you used to
what,
think you were a big badass
We're
when
gonna
you
need to
drink
do-
30 beers with
Yeah.
you and your buddy or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
what I'm
God,
saying.
Yeah.
dude! I wouldn't wake up for 2 fucking days if I drank 30 of these type of beers we're drinking right
Drink
now.
30 KBSs.
It's
So
not
they can see me.
And that's what I'm saying has kind of changed on some of that too. It's not, and again, I don't know if it's because we're older and if the kids are still doing that, if they're still trying to
Could
drink a
be.
30 and
Oh,
natty,
no, the
a
kids
natty
are
light.
no, they're definitely still.
Natty is
Yeah.
the shit. I
But-
mean,
but
that's
they-
the one I hear. With
But
the,
they do also
with the
have
youngins.
access to some good stuff now that,
Right.
that really they don't. Because I do know some like college kids, they're really actually going out and they're grabbing a 6-pack of this.
Yep.
Because
Well,
those
the college kids, they have no money. They're at
Right.
school and they're you know what I mean.
Yeah,
So
see-
their budget is limited.
granted,
So they're drinking Natty and Keystone and those things that where they can get
But I'll be interested to see some of the next generation of brewers coming out because they are the brewers we have now. We talk to the brewers. They're like, yeah, I had this beer in college, and then I just decided to start brewing beer in college, and these are the brewers now. So,
Yeah.
and that was, and they had very limited options to sample for different kinds of beers. Now think what the next generation of brewers are going to be like because they've got access to
Well, it's
all this shit.
I tell you, we ask guys, some of the younger brewers now, and it's like, what were you guys drinking in college? And we used to hear Natty Light. Now they're like, well, in college I drank fucking Bell's Too Hard. And like,
yeah,
Exactly.
like,
Yep.
all right.
How
lucky
can you afford
bastards.
Bell's Too Hearted, right?
Yeah. But that's
Yep.
that's
But
it's
they
definitely
have access
changed.
to
I
it.
mean,
But they'll also
yeah.
They'll also say, I'm gonna save up for a 6-pack of this versus the 30-pack of, and they'll just
right, yeah.
they're enjoying the beer rather than
They
just
gotta sell a little bit more
drinking.
plasma.
They're gonna eat
Yeah.
ramen for 2 weeks so they can
Yeah.
buy. Yeah.
exactly.
Dude, we were looking for the guy in the IROC Z with the fucking lights on the bottom and shit of his car and everything. Going, hey, dude, think you could get us a 30-pack?
Right. Yeah.
We'll give you 4.
We'll give you 4.
College kids can't afford that shit anymore.
Right.
I
But
mean, it
think
just doesn't work
Patrick's-
that way anymore.
I mean, these guys were going off of when they were brewing in college and they started brewing. I mean, think of what the guys are going to brew when they have the example of cocoa nibs, chili peppers,
right,
and
right,
yeah.
yeah.
it's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
They're going to be coming up with some weird shit,
Right.
and it'll be
Well,
interesting.
Well, hopefully it's
to
not an
see.
ashtray ale or whatever.
We already had, yeah,
Oh.
no, we don't want that anymore.
Let's not do that again.
Let's not do that again,
No.
ever.
No.
I hadn't even had it, but I heard you guys talking about it on the Lost Show, and it's like,
oh my god!
how did that even come
Yeah.
no
up?
ashtrays,
Uh,
no chubs.
if-
Just
if-
saying.
Believe me, if I find them, I will buy one.
Yeah,
just for
we'll
you,
buy
Jeremy.
one just for that. But
No, I don't want it. I'll
you
take your
will.
word for it. I trust
oh
you guys.
no, you're gonna drink it and you'll like it. Oh wait,
So what do we
You
got in
won't
front
like
of
it.
us?
Yeah, what do we got in
What do
front of
have
us right now?
right now?
I'm thirsty.
What if I had drank?
So we got 2 more beers to get through. I just poured this one because I know Brendan. We've still got a one from Brendan that he wants to
Yeah,
open
we
up.
got
Yeah.
do this
We're
one.
gonna go through. We'll see how this one goes. This is the
This is the Speedway Stout
yeah, from AleSmith Brewing Company.
out of San Diego.
Okay.
Yep.
This is a Taver beer.
This is our.
You know how I know this is a Taver beer? Because it's coming in my crate on Monday.
Yeah,
I actually
Well,
ordered a bottle of this.
I'm a little concerned then because if you
it's from
maybe you
AleSmith
shouldn't try it.
AleSmith Brewing Company.
Yes, they. They had the crew. We had the crew on here last show that we lost, but it was awesome.
Did we have the AleSmith
Yes,
on one of those?
Yes,
Oh,
and
okay.
they had a delicious. But this
Yeah.
one I'm not.
This wasn't what we tried. We didn't try
And I
this
was
one.
really excited about this one because they had a really good. It sounded really good.
Yep. So this has.
I think this is more of a segue for people maybe getting into
It's a-
dark beer.
this is a
Maybe
tw-
it's
no,
like an
no.
imperial stout with coffee.
This is a
what it
12%er.
says.
This is not a
12.
gate-
I
Gateway.
just
It's man.
It's strong.
not a big fan at all. It's almost murky. I'm not a big fan.
There's almost like a sour something.
I get it. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
I'm not a
not-
fan of this one.
I don't. I got to be honest. I don't like it. This
I
this
don't.
isn't something I would buy twice. I do respect this though. It does say serve in a goblet
Yeah, I don't
at
have
50
any,
to
I don't-
55 degrees.
I don't have a
I
cold
like that.
I don't have a
respect
cold
the
goblet. Maybe this one needs
move,
to be
but-
colder.
Maybe.
I don't know, and that could be. Maybe
Might
we
be a
should
little
chill it
too
more,
warm right
but
now.
it's
Which
There's,
now I feel bad because I didn't know Jeremy put
This should
this
be
in
a
his
good
crate.
temp, but-
That's coming. What do you think?
I don't mind it.
You don't mind?
Really?
All right. Well, that's good. That's all right.
I mean,
I think it needs to. I do think it needs to be a little colder. This one, I think this one needs to be a little colder. It's a high ABV. It's a high ABV, not syrupy.
It's not
sweet,
syrupy. It's not sweet. It's just.
but
not
it is a
I'm
high
not-
ABV.
there's
I'm
like
not getting a lot of complexity. I'm not getting a lot of. notes.
There's a
it's boring.
almost like a sour. That's
It's-
what I keep getting.
I get a bit of a sour. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So, I don't know if it's the high alcohol content, but it's not leaving it as it's. I'm not even describing it as a dry finish like we've had like the sherry.
No.
My tongue is fuzzy.
Well, that's not.
Sorry about that.
But no, I mean,
No.
it feels like there's, it's
Yeah.
the dryness is not at the back of the throat. It's the dryness is and the fuzziness is right there on the center of your tongue.
Yeah.
It,
No,
there's-
I get
there's-
that.
There's
I get
an
that.
after residue
Yeah.
there that I'm not too keen on.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
But AleSmith, I mean, we had an AleSmith. I need to look up the other AleSmith we
we had
had.
that. Yeah, the last one we had was.
It was really good.
I'm
It
not
was
overwhelmed,
delicious.
but I don't mind it.
But
Yeah,
it's still it's still drinkable.
yeah,
I think this might still be a little too warm. I do think it needs
Yeah,
to be in
maybe a-
goblet.
It could be.
couple degrees. It's
A little bit
skosh,
cold, just skosh.
skosh cooler.
See, I'm on the opposite end. I really have no desire to finish this.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I get you. No, I completely get you on that one. So
Yeah.
See,
know.
I mean, but here's the thing. I mean, reading that it's an imperial coffee stout, I was
there. I don't
mean,
get.
that's right up my alley. That's what I like.
Yeah, but I don't get
This
coffee.
one-
I think the
I don't
ABV
either.
is too high, and the ABV is overpowering.
I don't think I get
all
any
of it.
coffee. I think
didn't-
you're right.
I didn't get coffee at all.
I
think
agree
the
with that.
I
Yep.
think the ABV is overpowering all of it.
Yeah.
Knock
Yeah.
that down to a 9, maybe an 8,
We had
and you
their,
can get those aroma notes.
We had that Grand Cru last time. It was delicious.
Yeah,
Well,
that was
which
good.
one?
Grand
the Grand Cru.
Ooh,
That was
yeah,
AleSmith.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a good
AleSmith,
one.
yeah.
And
I
it
like their
was
symbol. Their logo's
absolutely
cool.
awesome. Yeah, very cool. That's Grand Cru was absolutely phenomenal. It was delicious. So I was excited about this.
And they've won. I mean, it's been. I mean, this one's from. They won Great American Beer Festival. It was a while ago. Small Brewing Company of the Year, but it was a while ago.
2002.
Yeah, 8.
Oh,
It was a little while ago.
They're old news.
But yeah, Imperial Stout with coffee.
I mean, that's 10 years ago at this point.
AleSmith just knocked the ABV back on that, I think, and it'd
I'm
be
not a-
it'd be a
just the-
more flavorful beer. I
I'm
think
not a big fan of
again
it.
it
There's just-
overpowers.
there's not much flavor. Or
The
anything in there.
ABV is overpowering all of it, dude. Is what I'm saying. I
You know,
swear.
ABV doesn't have to do with the flavor.
Yes, you get too much alcohol
Well,
in there,
the
and you.
sweet, but I don't even
Brendan,
know
do you
if
have to
it's the
rotate that
sweet.
one?
I really don't.
Do you have to rotate that
No,
one?
this one you don't.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna jump quick because we don't. We want to get another beer on before this show's over.
Yeah.
Because we're really rolling through them, and Brendan brought some beer from. Where's this one from? This is not a
This
Taver
is-
beer.
no,
this
this
is
is,
a regular beer we have.
Firestone Walker
which
out of California.
Oh yeah.
Their Merlin series, they've got some fantastic beers. Their dark beers, I think, are absolutely fantastic. They do. I know their I think their Union Jack has been pretty popular, which I haven't been a big fan of. Their IPAs haven't done much for me, but this Merlin series I think has been absolutely freaking goddamn tastic. So they have this is their
He left a whole can for himself.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Split
Yeah,
one can amongst
I'm
the three
sorry.
of us.
Hey, he emptied the one into your glass. And I'm like, oh, he's gonna need some of mine. I'm like,
Whoops.
oh, oopsie.
This is their Mocha Merlin from their Merlin
right.
series. Their Merlin series has just been fantastic. Everything I've had from them has been awesome. Actually, Sean Webster introduced, I think, all of us to
See, that's got
Firestone.
that's got the coffee.
Yeah.
You can smell the coffee in that one.
This is from their Mocha series, but these guys make some, to me, just some fantastic dark beer.
I like
So
the
I'm
smell.
excited for you
I
guys
get a
to
little
try this
coffee
one.
on
The first one
aroma.
You only
I
get a
tried
little?
was the
What's wrong with your nose?
Oh gosh.
It's that time of year.
I get
Okay.
a big coffee intake on that, but
Oh, I do. I get
got
a
it.
good
I got
coffee aroma on that.
Mhm.
That
I get the coffee aroma, but I don't think it's overpowering.
no, and you get it.
oh
I think
no,
it's
but
actually-
it's awesome. It's perfect.
I think it's no. I agree with that. I think it's
delicious beer.
aroma is great.
Oh dear God in heaven.
Isn't that good?
Oh, that's clean.
It's
Ooh.
smooth, and there's a big coffee that up front. There is a big mocha. It's coffee. Then you get definitely get the chocolate.
I get the dark chocolate nibs.
Yeah.
That's the way. That's the way chocolate.
You know,
That's the way it should work.
Yeah.
I think I get the coffee and the chocolate all the way through.
Yeah.
I don't think it goes chocolate coffee or coffee
You just-
chocolate. I think it's
that-
actually
I think
runs
it's
all
because
together.
the aroma hits you. So that
Yeah.
coffee aroma hits you up front.
Oh,
even before you get it in there.
Hey, that's my show winner right there.
There's a
I
good
like
way to
that.
end.
Yeah.
That's a good way to end a show there.
Fuck a
That's-
bunch of Starbucks. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. It's like,
That's good stuff.
These guys make some fantastic beer. Their dark series, their Merlin series has just been phenomenal. I haven't had one I haven't liked. Incredible stuff.
And we even let this sit. It's a little cold,
It should.
but it's
it's
but I mean
chilly,
I
but
think
it's
it's
not.
right.
Yeah.
no, I know it's great. Is what I mean. It's right. This one I think hit perfect
God,
temperature.
good call, Brandon.
And I do think it is
That's
weird. You
good.
get that as soon as you start to drink, you get that they get that rush of coffee aroma,
Mm-hmm.
but then you get the chocolate, and so
Yeah.
it just kind of, but it's smooth.
Yep. I think it all runs together, and I think it blends well
Yeah.
together again
a-
all the way through, because a lot of times you'll get that kind of bitter at the end where it kind of finishes, and I really feel like this finishes real super clean.
Beer before glory.
It's an English
Here.
English oatmeal stout.
That's,
Yeah,
really,
it's-
really good.
yeah.
Where'd you pick this up at?
I'm starting. It took me a while. I used to go to Chicago to get it, and now I'm starting to find all over. There's still some of their specialties I can't find around Indiana yet. But the Merlin series now I've been finding in. I got this in Mr. G's. Mr. G's, you gotta go for just about they got some great stuff. I think they have this. Oh shit! I think they did have this at Crown and 21st Amendment, but I got this at Mr. G's.
Okay.
But I'm starting to see the Merlin series around a little bit more. I'm starting to see a lot of their IPAs, their Union Jack, which I'm not a big fan of again. But
Right.
but great beer. It's an IPA. It's a hoppy beer that I'm not a big fan of. But their Merlin stuff.
The
it's just
Nitro Stout
fantastic.
is the one. The
Nitro
Merlin
Stout.
is the one I like.
You tip it twice
You,
and then
you-
pour it
you-
in.
You
yeah.
rotate it 3 times.
There-
You,
yeah, there
you
you
pour
go.
it. You pour
Yeah.
it hard,
Yeah.
and it's just so good.
That's perfect. But,
Yeah.
but that's their tip. That's their standard, and it's their Nitro, and it's beautiful.
Really?
It's an incredible beer. I got a couple of those in the fridge too.
Dude, I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
If
you
you find this again,
Yeah.
is this a 4-pack or 6-pack?
6-pack.
Grab me one.
It's like $10.
Yeah,
That's-
it's
Dude, you
Yeah.
can't beat that.
Yeah.
For that flavor,
Yeah.
on that
That's
one?
really
It's
Oh,
like a
good.
$10
yeah.
6-pack.
That's
pretty
impressive.
awesome. That's really, really
That's cool.
solid.
Great beer.
Yeah, I mean, wow.
Hats off Firestone.
the,
Goddamn.
the nose, the
Yep.
coffee bean infused part, and just the cocoa nib aftertaste, and we're not properly drinking it from the right glass. But
No.
even on these plastic, no, but even the ridges. Look, even the ridges on the plastic cup, which you can't see on the
Kind
radio,
of
but
hold it on.
the lacing is still there. It's
Yeah.
it's solid lacing and everything on that too. And that's just from a little plastic freaking sample cup we're using for the show.
Yeah, these guys are doing.
I don't know. I think
I
the
don't wanna
proper
do
way to
dishes.
drink it is whatever's going to get it to
Quickly.
your mouth.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hey, that's a solid point.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. That's,
in
that's,
my belly.
Way
that's
to end
really
the
smooth
show,
and balanced,
yeah.
man. That's good stuff
I think this is the. I guess I'm with Hunter. I think this is the winner of the show.
for sure.
Yep. Way to close it out there, sir.
Amen.
Very
Hey, we
awesome.
still have a break side for another time too.
For another time. We've got a lot of Taver
I like
beer.
it.
We've got this isn't a Taver beer. We did a couple Taver beers on this one, and we did.
No,
but
we
we
did several
still all
Tabor
are-
beers. Yeah,
we have a ton of
we're
other
representing
beers from all over the
Absolutely.
country.
Tabor,
got
Tabor,
break
baby,
sides.
baby.
I have some Central Water. I still have a whole closet full of
In your half bath?
sours in my half bath. Yeah, of sours and saisons, and I've got a couple. I think I've got a lager in there and a pilsner from all around the country, and it's gonna be. I've got beer for days, man.
Nice.
I finally I had to offload some to Jeremy on on one of the Lost shows because my fridge was motherfucking full.
I
He
went
was
home
really
with
upset
a-
about that.
I went home with a big box of Happy. Man, I walked in my. My wife was like, "What's all of that?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it. Just put it in the refrigerator."
Go back to bed.
Right? Yeah.
I got to get a new fridge so I had gotten just a baby fridge out in the garage from the Grizz.
No,
and-
I think the size of the fridge is fine.
yeah,
whatever you
but
can fit in there.
But it's broken.
I know
But
you
it's
got it
broken.
before I did.
But it's broken. You didn't want it. It broke.
What?
Well, it doesn't seal right, so
just pack it full of
just
ice.
starts. It just starts to frost over everything. And I didn't realize I had it so stuffed full, and then I realized it was freezing over. So I pull all the beers out, and then I open it up to let it thaw out, right? And I didn't realize there had been so much frost. There were 3 beers covered in frost that I didn't even see to pull out.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Are those the ones you sent home with? Those are the ones you sent home with
that's
me.
what you
Yeah.
have.
Well,
Yeah.
That's what the ones I got.
Enjoy.
obviously.
They didn't explode, which I was quite surprised about.
I didn't die. I mean, that's fine. You know what I mean? Did it taste bad? I'm okay.
I tried sending them home because I still got 3 bottles of our original Blind Pig hop.
I've still got shit in my fridge too.
and a,
I'm like,
and a
nope.
yellow IPA, and I'm scared to open it because the last time
I've got orange.
I've got the yellow. You
Still
still
has
have it?
orange.
Saison.
Make sure you open outside.
The orange saison was fine. The orange was a saison.
Yeah,
Not
but that was
now.
like what 3
Not
years
now,
ago.
yeah. The yellow ones are like grenades.
Yeah.
If you drop, that was the one. One of our yellow ones. That was the one. I grabbed one up out of the cooler and it slipped out and it fell back into the cooler and just a shrapnel bomb of glass went all over this
Oh
kitchen.
damn!
It was awesome.
All I mean, it just. I don't know how I didn't get any in my eye or anything like that. It was dangerous. That
You
thing
know-
was so overcarbonated from the priming sugar.
We should probably brew again.
Yeah, we should.
We should.
Let's have some
We
fun.
have the equipment.
Yeah.
We all have the equipment.
We have
now,
the
so
technology.
We can
do
do it bigger.
We can
better,
build him
faster.
bigger and better.
So guys, man, another great show. Thanks
Yeah.
for listening to us, everybody.
Did you hit
We,
record on this one? We got this
no,
one, right?
shut
It's in
up.
the can. All right, we got it.
Maybe I didn't listen back, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
So
I said,
welcome to the
can.
show that you'll never hear again. So this is show 4 that will never make it to the air.
Take for it, Pats.
Hey guys, let's record at my
We're
house next
never
time.
gonna-
That
yeah.
seemed to work okay.
Yeah, that worked out well.
Maybe he's in a vortex or something.
I guess
Exactly.
It's something in Noblesville.
All right.
Alrighty, folks.
Uh,
so thanks for tuning in.
Yes,
Did
get
a
your
great-
Tabor app.
Great set of beers.
Get
Download
your
Tabor.
Blind
Now
Pig.
that's available on Apple and every.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
Apple and Android and everything. All right,
Yep.
nice.
just like the Blind Pigs.
It is not a beer of the month club. It is a beer
Yeah.
service. You pick it, fill up your crate.
You pick
flat
it,
15
They
ship,
ship it.
they
It's a-
ship it.
It's a beer
flat 15
love
ship.
club. Is what
It is a beer. It is a beer love club.
Yes.
That's
It's
right.
good for beer lovers, man.
Yes.
And it's not even about the whale hunting thing that they all talk about. You know, oh, I got to get this one beer from.
No.
They're giving you access to some beers you're not going to get in your area, and
That's right.
And you should appreciate that kind of service.
Yep.
So
Hey,
here's
shoot
the-
him a message and tell him you heard it on the Blind Pig Confessions.
Yes.
Here's the thing: if you're a craft beer guy and can't get it nearby, do yourself a favor and log on to Tabor.
Look at him go! Yeah.
That's
All right.
beautiful.
There's a way to end it. All right, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
Crank the amps and put the guitars on, 'cause we're gonna rock till the break of Hey baby, there's a new revolution, brand new plans for an old institution. 'Cause we need soul back in rock and roll, so drive the vibes and let the thunder roll. Rock is dead, so they say, but I'm gonna rock out anyway. Just crank the amps and put the guitars on, 'cause we're gonna rock till the break of dawn. What you heard, well it's a lie. We're gonna rock and roll all night. Hit the drums, turn the pedals on, 'cause we're gonna rock till the break of dawn. My little girl, she's a dance machine, and it gets loud, you're gonna shake that thing. You never seen a woman so into rock. She moves like a pitbull in a charity shop. Rock is dead, so they say, but I'm gonna